Big news coming in. NIA team reaches Rajouri attack spot, and the NIA team there probing Rajouri terror attack. The information coming in that the NIA has stepped in now to investigate the matter, as 4 of our soldiers have been killed. They're martyred right on the line of duty. Unfortunately, in Rajouri, while they were on their way to join an already ongoing operation, you had these 2 of the army vehicles that were ambushed by terrorists in that very area of Poonch. And here you have the NIA team now jumping in to investigate this matter, as the NIA closely looking into the terror activities rising in that very region. Rajouri Poonch district has really become a menace even for security teams. Nearly 40% of security casualties in the last 1 year alone has been from Rajouri and Poonch districts. So the NIA now jumping in to take up the matter on the orders of the Home Ministry. Kamaljeet joining us more on that. Kamaljeet, you're en route to Rajouri. What's the security situation there? And we hear NIA has now taken on the investigation. They will be probing it as per Home Minister's orders.
Well, Nabila, as per our sources, what has been done is that the case is registered by Jammu and Kashmir Police as per procedure. Then the matter is transferred to NIA. In this regard, usually whenever there is a terror attack or any sort of incident of this kind, the NIA usually sends a team. And in this matter, they have sent an additional SP who's leading a 3-member team. And they have now reached the spot and they've inspected it. This is obviously going to be a painstaking process because remember, the complaint has to come from the Indian Army, after which the FIR is going to be registered. Now there are obviously going to be a lookabout, and there is a search operation which has been launched by the Indian Army to look for the perpetrators. This was an active operation launched in Thana Mandi area of Rajouri. We're just on the outskirts of Rajouri at this point of time. And this is where during the active operation, the 2 vehicles were targeted by the terrorists who believed to be 3 to 4 in numbers. It's also suspected that few weapons were taken away, and this is where a massive manhunt has been launched. Now the terrain itself, the entire area is close to LOC. So this is an area where the people across POK and they share not only the same language but also the features. That is how they get integrated. But it does believe there is a suspicion that perhaps somebody is providing them some sort of logistics and staying power, and that is why the same sort of attack has been carried out perhaps by the same module. They may come in the name of Ghaznavi force, or for that matter, we're talking about the PAF, which has now taken responsibility, an offshoot of Lashkar-e-Taiba. But what is strategically clear is that there is a tactical shift where attacks are now taking place in Rajouri Poonch region rather than Kashmir region, and this is where a widespread green foliage seems to be given cover. So even if the drones are actually sent up in the air, it's really difficult to spot somebody within the forested area. And this is where they have now chosen to not only retaliate to an active operation. This is obviously a tough time-taking process. The entire area has to be swooped up. This is where security forces trying their best, but at this point of time, yes, there has been a setback. But if you look at the operations which have been taken place, several of them, we've been told in this region alone, 27 active terrorists have been killed, 13 of them at line of control, 14 of them in the hinterland. And this is where the Indian Army is trying to flush out terrorists from this entire area possible. But clearly, Pakistan is obviously the ISI has its arms up in tricks, and this is where they continuously not only send in arms via drone, but also, and this particular module, we've been told at least 2 of them could be suspected Pakistanis, and 1 is a local who could be guiding them. And this is where an ambush style attack has taken place, where in a well thought out operation, there was this attempt to target this particular convoy where firing came from all sides, and that is where retaliation also took place. But at this point of time, a massive manhunt for the terrorists has been launched.
Right. Well, it's now at the hands of the NIA as they investigate the matter. But that's Kamaljeet, who is en route to Rajouri. Third terror attack in Rajouri in just this year alone. NIA has taken over probe in an ongoing operation. Now the Indian Army troops have sustained 4 fatal, 3 non-fatal casualties. 2 army vehicles have been attacked in this ongoing operation. The operation is being conducted in general area Dera Ki Gali, Thana Mandi, Rajouri since the night of 20th December. At approximately 3:45 p.m. on 21st December, 2 army vehicles carrying troops were moving towards the operational site, which were fired upon by terrorists. The fire was immediately retaliated upon by the Indian Army as well. Operation is still in progress. Sources tell India Today that 3 to 4 terrorists were involved in the terror attack and that the attack was carried out at Datyar More between Dera Ki Gali and Buflias. Terrorists have positioned themselves atop the hill from where they've rained bullets on 2 army vehicles. Sources also say that the heavy terrorist movement has been seen in the last few days at 4 launch pads across the border.
Right now, I'm standing at Dera Ki Gali area, and this is that spot where that terror attack took place yesterday. The place where I'm standing right now comes in the jurisdiction of Rajouri district, and the place where you are seeing those army trucks, this place comes under the jurisdiction of Poonch district. So this, the operation was on in both the districts, Rajouri and Poonch, and this is the border point of both these districts. And I want to just show the pictures. The army truck that you are seeing right now on the screens is that army truck which was attacked by the terrorists yesterday between, Dera Ki Gali and Baflias Road. So there was a blind curve, and this vehicle had to slow down its speed, and the moment it slowed down its speed, the terrorists who were hiding on the hilltop, they fired on this truck as well as on the army gypsy. Because of this terror attack, we have lost 4 of our brave hearts, and 3 other army jawans sustained serious injuries. The injured army jawans have been, admitted to Northern Army Command's hospital in Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir. And right now you can see that there is movement of security forces. Additional troops are also being, sent to this area where the operation is still on. The road has been shut for the civilian traffic, and only the security personnel are moving in this particular road, because the point that you are seeing right now where these vehicles are passing through, this is Dera Ki Gali Baflias Road, and the terror attack took place exactly on this road. And the truck that you are seeing right now on your screens is exactly that truck that was attacked by the terrorists yesterday.